Hey, what's going on everybody? Jade up here. Today's video is going to be on the add-ons to use as a tank. So if you're on a PC, you'll definitely be able to use these. So without further ado, we're just going to get right into it. The first ones I really use for a tank is AlphaGear. I'll show you what that does right now. Basically all it does is you're able to set up your gear up here. So far as your weapons, your poisons, your monster sets, or just your headpieces, whatever, and then your body, and then your jewelry. And you can set up to 16 different ones. And then as far as skills and stuff like that, you can set up to 16 different skills. Basically all you do, we'll go over here, we'll make a test one. Type in test, hit enter, and that'll save it. And you come up here and you click whichever one. And if you don't want that one, you just click it again. Make sure you click this little box first, and then you go over here and click this. Click whichever one you need. To clear it, you just right click it. If you want to change anything individually, you have to right click it and then put it back on. As far as this goes, you can go here and click anything right here. And let's say that you have two of the same ones, right? So you have four. Let's say just saying 4 and 6 are the exact same. And you only wanted to change like one skill, all you would do is right click this, and you would pull up your skill bar and then place something there. And then as far as that goes, you can lock it, unlock it, that way, you know, whatnot. And then what I like to do is it'll appear down here. So main tank VCR +3, off tank stuff, test, blah 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 blah. What I like to do is I like to go into controls, add-on keys, go down to AlphaGear, and then set these as my F buttons. So F1 for loadout 1 and so on and so forth. I haven't mixed with these yet in a while, but if you do end up using the F keys, definitely do obviously loadout 1 for F1 and then so on and so forth. As far as the next one, I use Asylum Sanctorium panel. I'll have a picture pop up that kind of shows you what it is. But basically what it shows the timers of all 3 bosses. If you're doing +2 or +1 in Asylum, it'll pop up with the timers and all that stuff for like when the bosses are gonna spawn back up once you kill him, when he does lightning, and when he does all that other crap that he does. Reason I use that one is mainly because I didn't like doing it on Xbox, where I have 3 monitors, and I didn't like having 2 monitors taken up by these stupid timers and my cell phone taken up by a timer. So this is like super nice to have on. The next one is AuraMastery. Basically what this one does is it shows you the cooldown at which you can activate a synergy. You have to set this all up yourself. So basically I've only set up like orbs and shards on the same cooldowns, but I put them on there, put liquid lightning. I think I put off balance on there as well. So it's a really cool add-on. Really cool. Not needed at all, but it's just to kind of help track your outcosh uptime, basically. Not your uptime, but kind of show when you're able to hit another synergy. And since we're starting to push for score and stuff like that, it's really nice to just kind of have that. I still have a hard time looking at this because it pops up like right here. So I still look at the boss that I hit, and then I look for the outcosh proc, and then when I see that it's at like 5 seconds, I'll call for another synergy. Auto recharge, I use this one. Everybody kind of should know what this one is. Basically, it just recharges your weapons in the middle of a fight. Super nice. I use BugEater probably mainly because I still use the gamepad, and there's a lot of bugs with it. So it's just nice to have that BugEater on where it's not constantly popping up on your screen. You won't get any UI errors with this, or at least I haven't since I've been running it. I do use CombatMetrics, which everybody kind of should know what this one is. Just lets you track down your fights and stuff like that. So we can go ahead and we'll pull up this one, I guess. And you can just try and track down and see what your uptimes and your debuffs are. It's like 90% crusher, or excuse me, 92 crusher, 90 alkosh, 98 engulfing. So you just kind of track down and see where your uptimes are and stuff like that. And I set this to F12 where I can just quickly display it and just kind of pump it up, see where it's at. Alright, so next one is going to be that I mainly use for tanks. Now these are only going to be what I use for tanks. Raid timer. Basically all this does is it pops up similar to this. It's about this big, roughly. And it just shows you like the time you started and then it shows what the score you have currently. It is slightly kind of like weird, I guess you could say, where if you're restarting a trial over and over again, I always like to reload UI just so it kind of resets. And then it, you know, as soon as we go through the door, you know, it's good to go. I'm sure there's a command where it like resets it, but I just haven't looked into it, and I only use it when we're actually pushing for score. So RaidNotifier, everybody knows what that is. I'm not even gonna really touch that touch on this too much, but we'll go in the settings and add-ons. The only reason I use RaidNotifier is mainly for, where's the ulti exchange? There it is. For the Warhorn. So show tank, show healer, and display the username. That's what I have it on for. I only have it on to track their Warhorn uptimes. Instead of constantly asking them, hey, what's your Warhorn at? What's your Warhorn at? It's just easier to kind of put this on there and be good to go. Alright. Next one is RipFilter. I just use this one to rip D, shows the deaths. Rip R is reset or resurrects, and then you could do like rip menu and just kind of show you everything. There it is right there. Totally forgot about that. But anyways, that's I like using that just to kind of see like where I was at on deaths and stuff like that. And if you don't want everybody to see what the RipFilter is, you can just click on RipFilter, click in the chat box here, and then do rip death, and then just hit enter, and then it'll pop up on here, and then you just can Control C and copy it or whatever, and then you can it'll pop up here, but you can like Control C and then pop it in the chat, post it in chat, or you can just let it come up here. If you type it in here in this RipFilter, the RipFilter chat, it won't pop up on your regular chat. I do use Untaunted. It's just kind of nice, and I have it really far to the side, so I don't really watch it too much. But it is kind of nice to kind of see when you have multiple ads, like for, I don't know, Sanctum, Hof, stuff like that, to see how long when your taunt's gonna run out. That way you don't have to visually like hover your cursor over the person or ad or enemy or whatever, and see what the timer is. So this is just kind of like to help people out. And I also have Warhorn-Tracker, which is the last one I use, mainly for tanks. I have it set right above my chat. Basically what it does is it pops up the Warhorn symbol or the icon, whatever, and then it'll do like a countdown starting from 30 as soon as one is popped. And the only reason why I have that one on there is because a lot of times when Warhorn is popped, I may or may not be in the area, like on Cloud Rift +3 or even +2 or +1. If you guys are having the mini boss, like say I'm taking the boss right here, but you guys are way the hell over there in fucking Egypt or wherever, like it's just nice if they would have popped the horn. I could see the countdown on it and see when I could pop my horn. So that's the only reason why. It's just to kind of stop comms from cluttering too much. Other than that, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.